Leonora Carrington, born on April 6, 1917, was a British-born Mexican artist, surrealist painter, and novelist. She lived most of her adult life in Mexico City and was one of the last surviving participants in the surrealist movement of the 1930s. Educated by governesses, tutors, and nuns, she was expelled from 2 schools, including Newhall School, Chelmsford, for her rebellious behavior, until her family sent her to Florence. She became familiar with surrealism from a copy of Herbert Reed's book, Surrealism 1936, given to her by her mother, but she received little encouragement from her family to forge an artistic career. Carrington stated that "I painted for myself, I never believed anyone would exhibit or buy my work." She instead focused on magical realism and alchemy and used autobiographical detail and symbolism. Leonora Carrington died on May 25, 2011, aged 94, in a hospital in Mexico City as a result of complications arising from pneumonia. The first important exhibition of her work appeared in 1947 at the Pierre Matisse Gallery in New York City. Carrington was invited to show her work in an international exhibition of surrealism, where she was the only female English professional painter. She became a celebrity almost overnight. In Mexico, she authored and successfully published several books. Sculpture by Carrington on display near the University of Guanajuato during the 2015 Festival Internacional Cervantino. The first major exhibition of her work in UK for 20 years took place at Chichester's Pallant House Gallery, West Sussex, from June 17 to September 12, 2010, and subsequently in Norwich at the Sainsbury Centre for Visual Arts, as part of a season of major international exhibitions called Surreal Friends that celebrated women's role in the surrealist movement. Her work was exhibited alongside pieces by her close friends, the Spanish painter Remedios Varo, 1908–1963, and the Hungarian photographer Kati Horna, 1912–2000. In 2013, Carrington was the subject of a major retrospective at the Irish Museum of Modern Art, Dublin. Titled The Celtic Surrealist, it was curated by Sean Kisson and examined Carrington's Irish background to illuminate many cultural, political, and mythological themes present in her work. Carrington's art often depicts horses, as in her self-portrait, in Of the Dawn Horse, and the painting The Horses of Lord Candlestick. Her fascination with drawing horses began in her childhood. Horses also appear in her writings. In her first published short story, The House of Fear, Carrington portrays a horse in the role of a psychic guide to a young heroine. In 1935, Carrington's first essay, Mathematics, or Introduction to the Wonderful Process of Painting, was published before her story The Seventh Horse. Carrington often used codes of words to dictate interpretation in her artwork. Candlestick is a code that she commonly used to represent her